Questions?
Defense wins games. There'll be nights where we struggle a little bit offensively. 48% is good for us, and it's grabbed me a little bit 49 on the season. But to hold an opponent under 40, you're always going to have a chance, right? We forced quite a few turnovers, which we was part of the game plan. Biggest thing for us is adversity, right? And I thought we did a good job of handling it tonight. We could have been a little better in some stretches, but we snapped out of it. And the seniors, they helped us finish the job. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break. And that's a sign of a champion.
Every time you get a big shot, Kendal step up and hit one. So can you talk about his performance in his last Cat-Griz?
No question. It was good to see the ball go through the rim for him. We'd have liked to have gotten him a few more shots. I thought they did a good job defensively, getting us out of rhythm and taking us out of some of our sets. So we had to find some other ways. We had to create some things and some timeouts to generate offense, and these guys did a phenomenal job of executing that.
On the flip side, it felt like every time that they had a momentum, they were looking for a momentum shot. You guys were able to come up with the rebound. Just speak to your rebounding a bit.
That was the biggest thing for us. I thought that that's what got them back in the game at the beginning of the first half or second half was the offensive rebounds, and we need to tighten up. We used the timeout to communicate a little bit, fix a few things here and there, and our effort got a lot better when it meant the most. But to hold them to one shot per possession was huge.
And I thought forcing turnovers as well was a big thing for you guys too.
No question. I'd like to keep them off the free throw line a little bit. I thought that's really what they were generating their offense was at the free throw line. But we did a good job of minimizing threes and taking away second shots.
Jared obviously tweaked his knee a little bit early, and then there's foul trouble with Matt and Jared. So when you got Jabril, DK down there, big guys, how do you defend with the situation as it played out there?
I thought Kyle Owens gave us good minutes in that situation. DJ at the 4 side, he played there a little bit. We were still able to double, which I don't think they were necessarily prepared for because we haven't done it a lot. So I think catching him off guard and forcing turnovers, he just didn't get enough shots, which is huge.
How do you two feel about this being the last time you're playing?
It's just special, I guess, because being a Montana kid is what you live for, and it's what rivalries are all about. So it's something I'll never forget, and very thankful to be in Montana.
It's a bittersweet situation, because not many places you can be to play again, have an environment like this, even at our house. So just not knowing if you'll be able to play another rivalry game like this is kind of tough.
Kendal, it was a Rockets environment from the beginning. They announced their women's basketball team fixed that chip to carry the trophy around. They're trying to do everything they can to get the crowd in, but you guys never really faltered. What do you think of your guys' ability? How are you guys able to kind of stay the course?
Just communicating and getting in huddles, just staying together. We knew that it was going to be a hostile environment. We talked about it in practice all week, so just coming in and having a game plan and then sticking to it, I think that was the biggest thing, even if shots weren't falling.
Kendal was a struggle offensively first half for both teams, but you really came through. Did you sense the importance of your ability to make shots, especially in the first half, to get it done on that side of the ball?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we're struggling on offense, I know either Saeed's going to step up and make plays or I'll step up and make plays. That's just how it's been this whole year. And tonight was just my night, and got it done. And I got good guys around me that find me when I'm going and stuff. And so, like Coach said, we were trying to draw a play. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't, but we were finding the open man. So that's what was important.
Kendal, how important was that shot that you hit right after Jared did? I think it was about 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes left. And it was part of that stretch after they had that dunk, I guess. How important was that three-pointer?
I think it was just swinging momentum for us and got us going again, because after that dunk, it was a big shift and we felt it. But once we got that layup and 3, I think that shifted back for us.
Travis, were you happy with you guys, how your guys responded to that?
No question. There's only one way to silence the crowd, right? Is to score the ball. And I thought these guys did a phenomenal job. One of the things is you feel like you're struggling offensively when you had a bad offensive night. We shot 48%, these two shot over 50%. The reality is the ball got a little sticky and we turned the ball over, which kept them in the game. And a lot of that, I credit their defense for that. But to have guys like this, they can go out there and respond and kind of silence the crowd is huge.
Saeed, this one didn't come as easy tonight as it's come at times this year. And for you personally, it seemed like a little bit of a grind, but you kind of worked through it. Did you feel that
tonight, and what was it like for you to kind of work through a night where it was tough and coming for a while?
Like Kendal said before, me and him both take out the scoring for our team, but just knowing like if it's not my night, I gotta be able to accept that and to let my teammates work out and see who can be the next hot hand. So just knowing I started off kind of well in the post, so and then they started kind of helping off and doubling me and just being there with my spots that I wanted to get to. So I kind of just had to back off, let my teammates take over the game on their own.
They make any adjustments defensively from the last time you guys played?
I feel like it's kind of similar, but it's me kind of sometimes I force some shots that I didn't have to when I had, and then like coach told me and my teammates told me they were open, so then I had to just turn them down and kick it out.
Travis, limiting Frey, up until the end, just kind of what was the key for that?
Well, we were better in the ball screen coverage than we were last time. He didn't shoot 13 free throws in the first half, and when you have a good scorer that shoots 13 free throws and a half, the hoop's going to get big, and all of a sudden shots are going to go in at a high percentage, and so we minimized our mistakes on the fouls. We kept him out of the paint so that he couldn't create as much contact. Obviously, late in the game, he dropped the shoulder a few times and got the call. But I thought we minimized his penetration, which was huge.
All right.
I don't know. I think if you can play, you can play, and I played, and we got outplayed. I think it's simple as that.
Coming down the stretch, you hit that big three, and then got an and one after that, and then another and one. When the pressure is on, then you've got to have those. How good is that to feel like when you go in and come through in those moments, push that game like you did?
Yeah, it was nice to see it finally going through the basket. Maybe I should have been more aggressive earlier on, but yeah, that just wasn't how the game panned out. But yeah, it's too little, too late. I think we did. Especially at times, I think we played really good defense, but we just couldn't take advantage of those stops we were getting on the offensive end, and that hurt us in the end.
Seemed like you guys almost gained the momentum every time, but you never quite get it. Why was it so hard to seize the momentum fully?
I mean, they're a great team. The great teams don't make mistakes. They don't beat themselves. You got to beat them, and I just think it comes down to making plays. And yeah, we came up a few too short today.
Harold, what was the biggest challenge, just kind of to get things going offensively?
I mean, they're a good defensive team. It obviously doesn't help when we shoot the ball poorly. I thought we got some good looks from time to time, but we couldn't capitalize. And then, yeah, I think probably pick up the pace a little more would help us too.
And you had that steal and the big dunk, but you couldn't quite flip it after that. Did you feel like that was a moment maybe where you guys could take control of the momentum though?
Yeah, I feel that was a momentum change. I feel like gave the guys energy to just give ourselves a run on offense and starts on defense. And we obviously couldn't accomplish that, but we still tried.
Your first time playing in this rivalry in this building, what was it like for you to play in this game?
It was a blessing that not many people get to be in this position, and for me to actually play in this, and this is a lot of history, goes way back, and I'm truly blessed to play in this rivalry, and just got to take it one step at a time.
Just kind of playing against a team like that, what can you learn from going against them head to head again?
Just watching more film, personally, just going, instead of watching team film, just going out of my way to watch more film on how we can be more aggressive, how we can stop them defensively, how we can attack them, just exploit things that they're not really good at. That's a few things I could look on.
That it? All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Harder. I mean, it's always hard. Anytime you lose, there's just so many things you look back on that, could have changed. I mean, I think there was 2 minutes left, and we cut it to 4, and kind of put a little bit of pressure on them. They missed the shot, got the offensive rebound. I think it was Carter Holland. I think he's the one that got it and scored it to go back up 6, where you get a stop and you come down and score. Now it's a one-possession game, and you never know what happens after that. But I was proud of our guys, fighting back, because it's not an easy team to fight back against. It's the best defensive team in the league, and I thought they were terrific tonight. defensively. Vice versa, we were just as bad offensively, but I think a lot of credit has to go to their defense.
Go ahead.
What was the biggest challenge to get things going offensively?
I think just their pressure. They were there on every catch. And they would double Harold, and they would we call it full rotate. Like they'd even have their 5-man coming out of the hole, closing out to Layden in the corner, and he was there every time. They were on point, and they were sharper than us defensively. I know that. I don't have to watch the film to say that. They're seniors. Their seniors made plays. Pritch is just a problem to guard anyways. We tried doubling him last game, and he diced us up because he could pass it. Tonight we tried to play him straight up. He's just a damn good player.
Seemed like you really made him work defensively, though. I mean, what did you think of your guys' overall effort?
Yeah, I thought our guys, they competed. I thought they tried. I thought they made some tough shots. Kendal, I thought he kind of made plays consistently all night. In the first he'd have some drives and he'd hit a 3. And it was kind of like just as soon as you forgot about him, bang, he had a couple, big time drives with finishes against Jabril too. I can think of 2 right now where, he went up chest to chest and just finished. And those were plays that we weren't making tonight. We weren't finishing those plays.
The offense was pretty slow in coming for both teams at times tonight, but also is it part of the plan for you guys to kind of go in, maybe trying to slow the game down and kind of physical it up a little bit?
Not really. I thought that was their plan. We try to guard similar. We're not as physical as they are. We need to get to that point. To be as good as they are defensively, and the games where we have been good defensively, we have been. But I thought both teams. I thought it was actually a pretty ugly game to watch. I don't know how you guys felt, but neither team really got into an offensive flow, at all. And but they made it seemed like they made a lot more shots than we did tonight.
What was the process like of getting Henry healthy and just kind of his game?
Yeah, well, and honestly, I didn't know if he was going to play until he warmed up, and then he said he felt good. He didn't go through walkthrough last night. He didn't do anything this morning. But that's just who he is. I think it affected his shooting a little bit, just kind of his overall burst. He didn't seem to have that burst, but. They have 18 and 4 on one leg. It's just who Harold is. He's a tough kid.
Well, and can you talk about that? Because especially down the stretch, he buries that long 3, and then it goes and one back to back. And he scored 9 points in like 60 seconds at a critical juncture in the game. That's just the type of kid.
Yeah, he scored almost in those 3 possessions by as much as we did the whole first half. It seemed it was. But he's really good at playing angles, and I know he drew 11 fouls tonight, and I know every other coach is always saying, oh, you're just getting calls, or he's the one pushing off, and he's not. He's actually gotten called on some push-offs that aren't push-offs, and but he's got a high IQ, and he really knows how to move the defender and get on their hip, and draw fouls. But those three plays were the only reason we had a chance at the end.
Danny, it kind of felt like when Damu, when he had that dunk, it kind of felt like momentum, sort of shifted a little bit, but didn't feel like you guys took advantage of that. Is that kind of how you looked at it too?
Yeah, the crowd got rocking at that point, and I'm trying to think. I don't remember what happened the next possession down after that, but I guarantee we had some careless turnovers. It seemed all game we just had some. We had bad turnovers, and we didn't put the pressure on them. I thought we took some questionable shots. Instead of kind of driving to the paint, but that's what they do. That's why they're good. They force you into doing that stuff, and I thought we kind of succumbed to kind of their game plan at times offensively.
So it seemed like in the half court, you guys wanted to get the ball to Jabril on the block, but they were running that monster trap. So, how did that matchup play out, and how frustrating was that they maybe couldn't take advantage of your size down there as much as maybe you wanted to?
Yeah, I thought he had a couple early where he could have kind of just gone straight up, and by the time he's pump faking, they got 3 guys on him, and he didn't. We knew that. He's seen the monster before, or double team, whatever people call it, but I think he's still in that development stage too. He's got to expect it, and I thought he did a better job after probably the first 5. Like he hit the backside a couple times, and a couple times like we didn't. our other guys didn't do what they were supposed to do, whether it was cutting to the rim or spacing and kind of getting in that window where he could see him. And but they made it tough on him. They made it really tough on him.
There's a bunch of young guys in both rotations for both teams tonight. Kind of, how excited for you for the future of this rivalry, knowing that these guys are going to be around for a while?
Yeah, no, they are, and they got 2 big-time players sitting out too that I know. So, I mean, they're going to be good. They always are, and and that it's up to me and my staff to develop our guys, develop our young guys, and the guys coming back, and get them bigger, tougher in the weight room, and stronger. And I think the more time we just have with them on the court and developing relationships with them, the better off they're going to be and the better we're going to be as a program.
We look ahead to 4 regular season games left. Just kind of how important is this final stretch of the regular season?
It's huge, I mean, it's still seasons. I don't know what else happened in league today. I put my phone down about noon today and didn't answer anybody, but I mean, it's huge. We still got it. I told the team we have to keep getting better. We let it hurt like heck tonight till midnight. We got to get better tomorrow. The championship game's in, I think, 21 days from tonight, 3 weeks from tonight. And, we got to get 1% better every day. We got to learn from, like Jabril getting double teamed. We got to clean that up. And not settling, like driving that ball, flipping his hips, making plays at the rim where he's best. And, and then just, getting better. We got to make shots. 3 for 20. It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Coach, just finishing up your first year here in the rivalry, is it everything that you remember that it was?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for the fans. I mean, it's emotional. I mean, probably me and Travis were probably on the refs probably a little more than usual, and both of us probably thought we got screwed. But I thought it was a fair game. It was fun. It was fun. The crowd was great. But that's why you come play Division I basketball and you come to Montana State, play in front of a crowd like that.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Man.